let's try to implement that algorithm that we just talked about. The first thing to do is let's define a new constant to contain the radius of that circle that we were talking about. Call it the subdestination radius. And I'll set it to 30 for now. We can always come back and modify it later. Next thing to do is create a new instance variable to hold the subdestination, much like we hold the destination. And we'll need to initialize this. You can do it after we set the destination. And then let's set it equal to its initial value. So we'll create a new method to do that called setNewSubdestination. We'll put that below the setDestination method. So let's first check if we're close enough to the destination that we should set the subdestination equal to the destination. So let's see, let's get distance to point destination. So this is how far we are from the destination. And if this is going to be so close that it falls within our circle, that would be the case if it were within the diameter of the circle. So the diameter of the circle is going to be 2 times the radius of the circle. So if this condition is true, then the current location of the fly is close enough to the destination that the destination falls within that circle. So we can go ahead and set the subdestination equal to the destination. And then we'll just fly in a straight line from where we currently are to the destination. All right, if this is not the case, then we need to actually pick a proper subdestination. And the way to do that, we first need to find the center of that circle. And to find the center of that circle, we need to know the angle to the destination from the current location. So let's get that. We conveniently have our get angle to point method. So that'll be the angle to the destination from the current location. And I'll create a new variable to hold the center of the circle. For now, I'll pretend like it's at the location of the fly, and we'll modify that momentarily. All right, so let's do that modification. So we need to go an amount equal to the radius of the circle towards the destination to get to the center of the circle. So let's increment the x by the radius times the cosine, the angle to the destination. Should look very similar to the move logic that we have, because we're basically doing the same thing. We are moving in a straight line towards the destination, except instead of going an amount equal to velocity, we're going an amount equal to subdestination radius. So like we do below, we'll update the y coordinate like so. All right, so circle now does actually contain the center of the circle that we want to select a random point within to fly towards. So we should now get a random radius and a random angle. So get a random number between 0 and 1 and multiply that by the radius of the circle. That will give us a random number between 0 and the radius of the circle. And to get a random angle, again, generate a random number between 0 and 1, and we'll multiply it by 2 pi. And that'll give us a random number between 0 and 2 pi. All right, last step is to actually set the subdestination equal to this random point within the circle. So that random point is, well, anyway, its x-coordinate is equal to starting in the center of the circle and then moving an amount, random radius, in the random angle direction. And then for the y-coordinate, we move from the center of the circle, amount random radius, in a direction, random angle. So what we've done here is start in the center of the circle and then move out in the selected random direction, the selected random amount. So this will be some random point within that circle.